I want to thank Google. Google is helping to develop a website. It's going to be very quickly done, unlike websites of the past, to determine whether a test is warranted and to facilitate testing at a nearby convenient location. Google has 1,700 engineers working on this right now.
Well, good morning. Dylan Kendrick live at the Fox 5 update desk this morning. President Trump, as you just heard, they're announcing 1,700 engineers working on a website that will soon help screen those who feel they may have come in contact with coronavirus. Now, the president claiming the Google-owned company Verily is in the process of creating the website, which will then inform users if testing is needed. Now, stating the site would be very quickly done. However, Verily released a statement saying things may take longer than the president may have implied. Statement from Verily right here on your screen. We are developing a tool to help triage individuals for COVID-19 testing. Verily is in the early stages of development and planning to roll out testing in the Bay Area first, with the hope of expanding more broadly over time. Now, as of this report, it is still unclear when the website will launch, but of course we will continue to stay on this and bring you the very latest. I'm Dylan Kendrick live from the update desk. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Dylan. Now, President Trump being questioned about possible coronavirus exposure himself. It comes after the president took pictures with the Brazilian man who did in fact test positive. Now, he defended himself by saying he hasn't shown any symptoms, raising another question whether or not he's setting a good example for the rest of the country.
Well, doctors have said you might have it even if you don't have symptoms. Are you being selfish by not getting tested and potentially
Well, I didn't say I wasn't going to be tested.
Are you going to be?
Most likely, yeah. Most
When do
likely.
you think
Not for
that'll
that
happen?
reason, but because I think I will do it anyway.
Will you let us know
fairly
the
soon.
results?
We're working on that. We're working out a schedule.
The NHL suspension is keeping the Golden Knights players at home and away from any team activity, but they haven't forgotten about their beloved fans.
Hey Knights fan, it's Mark Fleury. This is sad we can't be playing hockey right now, but it's better for everyone's health. Looking forward to see you guys back in the Fortress. Be safe.
This is Nick Holden with your Golden Knights. I know we're all disappointed that we can't be playing hockey right now, but we believe the NHL has made the right decision. Hopefully we can continue our season soon, but until then, stay healthy and safe.
Hey Golden Knights fans, Schmidt here. Just want to say, yes, we're bummed, and I know you guys are too, that we won't be playing in front of you guys soon, but you know, everybody's health comes first, and I just want to tell you guys we'll be back playing in front of you guys, you know, whenever that may be, and we're looking forward to that. But just stay safe, stay healthy, and just look out for people around you. It's that time to, you know, keep clean and wash your hands, and just making sure that everybody else, your family and your friends and loved ones, are safe as well. So stay safe, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Owner Bill Foley says he's expected to hear more information from the NHL next week regarding how soon they can get back to practice and team workouts. Players have been told to isolate themselves at their home with their families. A strip resort taking drastic measures to keep sick people out. How businesses across the world are using this new technology to find coronavirus patients. And getting your medication from the pharmacy has never been easier. More details on this free service. We're learning new details on an officer-involved shooting in the eastern part of the valley. It happened around 10 o'clock last night. Metro says that 2 men fled from police after being stopped near Lamb and Vegas Valley. The officer shot and hit one suspect carrying a gun after running towards a person in the neighborhood. The suspect has been taken to the hospital, and police are still looking for the second suspect involved. This is the 4th officer-involved shooting this year. We are expecting to learn more details in the next 2 days. Well, one resort on the Strip is taking drastic measures to make sure that everyone coming in is healthy. The Wynn announced it will have thermal cameras at all of its entrances. It's far from the only company in America taking these measures to keep coronavirus out. Well, Fox 5's Jacqueline Schultz has more on the new precautions being taken.
Strip security about to take a high-tech turn to keep out those who are sick. In a statement from the Wynn, CEO Matt Maddox announced, "We will be screening for temperature using non-invasive thermal cameras at all our entrances." Resort reps say the new cameras aren't up yet and wouldn't confirm what would happen if a guest's temperature was high or how the process would be non-invasive. It's one of the latest companies worldwide announcing and using thermal screenings to curb the spread of the coronavirus from airports in Asia, a mall in the Middle East, and crowds in Turkey.
Even since 2003 with the SARS outbreak, people have been using this technology. They could be either used in a handheld fashion, or they could also be mounted permanently to essentially scan people who are coming into a certain area, so high traffic areas.
Paul Serapusco with FLIR Systems Technology tells Fox 5 how it actually works. Law enforcement and the military have used the company's thermal cameras for security operations for years. Since the outbreak of the coronavirus, the company says more airports in Asia use thermal screeners to monitor passengers. Major U.S. employers have started using cameras to screen workers before they even enter the building.
Calibrate these cameras to measure within plus or minus 2 degrees or 2% accurate of the temperature reading. The optimal thing to do for this coronavirus scanning is to actually look at the pupils of the eye.
Serapusco clarifies that camera will not detect the coronavirus, and ultimately a medical professional must determine if someone's sick, but interest keeps growing.
So there's, I would say, thousands of applications that they're using thermal infrared for, and it continues to grow day by day.
Jacqueline Schultz, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
And there's no word from the Wynn on when this technology could be up and running at the resort. Well, this Valley Pharmacy is giving you some peace of mind when it comes to filling your prescriptions. Ava offers pharmacy delivery, so you can avoid the crowds and lines, and the service is free.
Now, Fox 5 weather 24/7.
We had some great sleeping weather in the Las Vegas Valley for the last couple of days with that rain and the cooler temperatures. We're not going to see any rain here in the Las Vegas Valley for today. There are going to be pockets in and around Clark County that might get a rogue shower or two as some of the debris from the system that brought in all that rain for us on Thursday into Friday morning moves away. But we still have a fair amount of cloud, as you can see here on this Saturday morning. Our temperature right now, it is at 52 degrees. We've got a south wind at 10 miles per hour, humidity 69%, a dew point temperature 42 degrees. We are looking at 52 at Aliante, 55 at Nellis, 50 at Summerlin, 50, make that 51 at Henderson, and over at Boulder City, 52 degrees. In the area around Pahrump this morning, it's 50, 54 at Laughlin. Your future track shows you that we've got not much in the way of any active weather coming toward us at this point in time, but as we head on into the next couple of days, you can expect to see some active weather coming back to the Las Vegas Valley. We're going to show you what we have here at this point in time with our national satellite radar loop. We've got a trough here that is coming down toward us, and that, along with the south-southwesterly flow, it's going to enhance some of the wind for today. So we're going to see some breezy conditions. We also have a whole lot in the way of partly cloudy conditions, and the wind gusts at times here in the Las Vegas Valley will be up to 23 miles per hour at times, much stronger stronger as you head up into Mount Charleston area, over toward Lee Canyon, and also down at Lake Mead, where we have a lake wind advisory in effect. By tonight, we've got clouds still, less sunshine. Let's make that more sunshine for Sunday. And then as we head on into Monday, now we're going to start to see that low pressure system coming at us, and this thing is going to potentially bring us some more in the way of active weather as we head on into Tuesday. And the forecast right now suggests we could pick up another quarter-inch of rain out of this system that's coming at us. But the other big thing out of this is that we're also going to be seeing much cooler temperatures. So here are the numbers for you. We got 67 for today, 69 for tomorrow, 68 on Monday, 63 Tuesday, 57 only on Wednesday. Thursday, we've got 60 degrees, 63 degrees on Friday. Your overnight lows, they are ranging in and around the low 40s into the low 50s, with, again, the chances of showers on Wednesday and Thursday, and really for all intents and purposes, even on Tuesday night, they range anywhere between 60% to 50%. So 60% on Tuesday, 70% on Wednesday, and then we drop it down to 50% on Thursday. All right, Cassie, back to you.
Well, helping the hungry, why one nonprofit's mission is more difficult. A Valley food bank is having a hard time getting the hands it needs to feed the hungry. Well, Fox 5 photojournalist Cecil Anderson shows us the struggle to keep the food flowing.
We typically have about 500 volunteers every month, and we've probably lost about 40% so far. We saw a decline in the beginning of the week. A lot of corporate volunteers are pulling out because they're setting mandates on their volunteer activities. We provide groceries to over 18,000 people a month, and without our volunteer hands, we can't possibly do this. So despite what's going on out there with the coronavirus, we know there are hungry people, and without us serving and without our volunteers, we don't know how they'll get their groceries.
volunteers, we're short volunteers. It's sad because we used to have so many. We would have groups from like a bank or businesses that would come and volunteer, and they don't come anymore. And we really need volunteers, especially to help here in the back.
It's difficult because less people are doing more work. I was a client for about 6 months. I'm on disability, so I decided that I had nothing to do, so I would come and volunteer my time. Normally, you would do 100 bags a day, where if you have less people, one person's doing 100 bags versus 10 people doing 100 bags.
We want to tear down the barriers that prevent people from accessing fresh food. And right now with the coronavirus, that is stopping people from coming in to get food because they're really nervous, especially our senior population, because they're such a delicate population right now. So we're actually starting curbside service.
So they don't have to get out of their car and come in. We're going out to them.
We are taking full precautions necessary to keep our clients as safe as possible and our volunteers, but we are depending on our hands to be our muscle to continue serving.
Please, I can't stress enough. We need volunteers. Please just come out and give back to your community.
And those concerns over the coronavirus not stopping the country fans here in the Valley, the huge concert that just sold out. And be the first to know about breaking news by downloading our mobile app. You can also watch our live streams of our newscast on that app anytime we're on the air.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, recent layoffs surrounding the coronavirus pandemic have folks worried about finances. New information from Washington on how help may be on its way.
We're at a point in the nation where we're saying we don't want groups of people together because they're spreading germs, but hey, school, that's all right.
A lot of concerned parents say that they won't be taking their kids to school next week, despite the district's decision to keep its campuses open. What one trustee had to say about her own children. Plus, the stocks closing in the green after the worst drop in years. Clubs go dark. What's open and what's not if you're heading out on the town this weekend.
We got a break from the rain for the next couple of days, but guess what? There's yet another system coming at us that can bring us even more rain as early as Tuesday.
Plus, part 2 of the new Las Vegas People Mover is under construction. An update on the latest tunnel. Well, good morning and welcome to Fox 5 News on your Saturday. I'm Cassie Molnaric. The Valley got some much needed rain recently, but now we're trading that wet weather for some wind. Let's send it over to Les Crifferton with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, Cassie, good morning. We are going to be seeing some wind blowing into the Las Vegas Valley. We aren't going to see the strongest wind around Clark County. That's going to be basically up in and around our local mountains as well as down at Lake Mead for today. But looking outside right now, we didn't see a whole lot of this yesterday until late in the afternoon and into the early evening, and that is blue sky. But it's a beautiful start to the day, and we are looking at temperatures in and around the low 50s right now, valley-wide. Wind is from the south at this point at 10 miles per hour, humidity at 69%, the dew point temperature 42 degrees. So let's talk about rain. Our normal rainfall total is about 1 inch, a little more than 1.5 inches for this time of the year. Now, since January, we've had just under 2 inches of rain, and last year by this time, we were very close to 3.5 inches of rain. We're going to be adding to our total by the looks of things by the time we get into the middle of next week. Yesterday, it was a cool one, a wet one as well, as we picked up a daytime high of just 62 degrees. Our normal daytime high is 70, and the record is 90 degrees. We set that back 3 years ago. This is what we have in store for you, a windy weekend, a lake wind advisory in effect, and more rain coming in as early as Tuesday. This is a satellite radar loop. As you can see right now, we're going to enjoy plenty of sunshine today, but cloud will be coming in as the day goes on. All right, 67 for today, partly sunny over at Lake Mead with that lake wind advisory in effect until Sunday evening. And as we head up to Mount Charleston, no snow in the forecast. They picked up at least 9 inches over the past couple of days. 45 is going to be the high over at Mount Charleston. Over at Lee Canyon, it'll be a lot colder. Partly sunny. We are looking at a north-northwest wind gust up to 44 miles at times. Today, partly sunny in Las Vegas, 67 degrees with a south-southwest wind at around 23 miles per hour. Cassie, back to you.
All right, thank you, Les. Now we're reviewing the latest coronavirus numbers this morning. We're still at 16 cases here in Clark County. 15 of those are presumptive positive. Just one has been confirmed by the CDC.
Well, Dylan Kendrick live at the update desk this morning, and as Cassie had just said, there are 16 coronavirus cases in Clark County, and that number continuing to affect life as we know it here in southern Nevada. Now, MGM Resorts will shut down 150 bars, restaurants, salons, and gyms as a result, and the pattern of closed for business is continuing to grow. That, of course, means layoffs already impacting many of you, and with financial hardship now a worry for Americans without work, the House has gone ahead and approved legislation to provide direct relief to Americans who are suffering both physically and or financially. And this all comes after President Trump declared a national emergency, which will end up freeing some funds, that money for those resources, some of that money being reinvested into sick time for workers. Now, this all, of course, is still in its early stages, and when things become more clear on how assistance will roll out, we'll be sure to bring that information to you right here on Fox 5. That's all from the update desk. I'll send it back to the studio.
Well, parents of students in CCSD say administrators need to take more action amid coronavirus fears. From LA to Boston, public school districts across the country are closing over the outbreak. The Clark County School District says it's monitoring but has no plans to close.
And when you see literally every major sporting franchise, every major organization shut down in these massive events, I mean, it just gives you pause. I think it makes you think, whoa, if all these people are doing this, maybe I need to do something similar.
Fox 5's Tiana Bonner spent the afternoon speaking to parents. They told her about the confusion and concerns on campus.
Today we decided to keep Eli out of school.
I would want to, I just would worry about them having too many absences.
I just think that we should close now.
Parents say if schools don't close, they'll keep their kids home anyway.
And now we're at a point in the nation where we're saying we don't want groups of people together because they're spreading germs, but hey, school, that's all right.
I don't know why they're not closing it. I don't like the lack of information. They're not really telling us what they're going to do. They keep saying they have a plan, but we don't know what the plan is.
Chelsea Anderson got an email from her daughter's school, Pinecrest Academy, which follows CCSD's schedule.
Hello, families. We are preparing for the possibility of moving to distance education due to the coronavirus.
But in a message sent to parents Friday night, Superintendent Jara said there's no need to close our schools at this time, adding a short-term closure has not been ruled out.
There's no more like Tylenol at Walmart. There's lack of toilet paper. There's lack of things to help my children get better if they do get sick.
As parents try to stock up on the essentials, they're also trying to prepare to keep their kids home.
What do you need? What do moms need? Childcare, anything, toilet paper.
Anderson posted in a community group on Facebook.
So I'm hoping that I can get some moms together and we can exchange childcare, just kind of help each other out.
Superintendent Jara plans to give another update on Monday. Until then, parents say they're taking things
just one day at a time.
Proper sanitation and hygiene needs to be, done at all times, but sometimes we probably all get a little bit lazy with this. This is one heck of a reminder to everybody, I think, that, hey, listen, this stuff is serious.
Tiana Bonner, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
Well, school board trustee Danielle Ford is among those parents choosing to keep their kids out of school. She explained her decision on Facebook. Trustee Ford also did not attend last night's school board meeting, opting to call in. And there is a petition online calling on CCSD to close the district. It already has more than 20,000 signatures just after one day. And if you need to travel, there are some steps we want to talk about to protect yourself. Experts are advising commuters to avoid rush hour travel. And if you are on public transit, make sure you wash your hands shortly after you reach your destination. Now, those traveling by plane should consider rebooking if they are traveling to areas with a high rate of infections. And while the odds of getting infected by a plane's airflow system are pretty low, you may want to put at least 2 seat spaces between you and other passengers if possible. And a TSA spokesperson said that hand sanitizer in amounts up to 12 ounces is now allowed in carry-on bags for flights. The current liquid limit is 3.4 ounces. These larger bottles of sanitizers will need to be screened separately, so it could add some slight delays to screening lines.
To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency. 2 very big words. The action I am taking will open up access to up to $50 billion of very important and a large amount of money for states and territories and localities in our shared fight against this disease.
Now, the president invoked the Stafford Act to free up funds. It's going to also mobilize and empower the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The president also said he expects about 5 million tests to be available within the next 5 months. He's also waiving the interest rates on student loans. Up and down the Strip, nightclubs are going dark for a little while. Moore's Rachel Smith breaks down those changes.
Well, guys, it's going to be a very different weekend here in Las Vegas as the nightlife industry is making major changes amid the coronavirus situation. This afternoon, MGM announcing that operations at all of its nightclubs and day clubs have been temporarily suspended, effective immediately. And the Hakkasan Group announcing that one of its employees has tested presumptively positive for COVID-19. The statement saying that with the safety of guests and employees being top priority, they will temporarily suspend all operations until further notice. And Omnia nightclub at Caesars Palace also announcing that due to the unforeseeable impact of the virus, they'll be shutting down as well. And it's not just clubs on the Strip. The local favorite, Bunkhouse Saloon, where many groups like Imagine Dragons and The Killers got their start, will be closing as well. And the Bunkhouse adding they hope to be rocking out with everyone again here soon, but of course safety is top of mind. And Wynn Las Vegas also making the decision to close all of its nightclubs as well. Again, things are changing literally by the hour these days, but as of now, much of the big nightlife industry here in Las Vegas will be dark for this weekend and the immediate future. Guys, back to you.
And along with that from Rachel, the Jonas Brothers also announced that they're canceling their Park MGM residency that was scheduled for April. Now, something that we're not hearing these days, sold out show. Garth Brooks is still scheduled to play Allegiant Stadium for the first major concert at the venue. Over 65,000 tickets sold out in just 75 minutes, you guys. The concert, that's happening a little bit later this year. That's going to be in August 22nd. Meanwhile, Bill Gates is stepping down from Microsoft board in order to spend more time on philanthropy. The founder of the tech giant made the announcement on LinkedIn. Gates says that he'll still be in touch with technical leaders at the company, and he plans to help shape Microsoft's vision and goals. But he wants to spend more time on global health, education, and climate change. Markets soaring to end the week yesterday. The Dow ending up the day at 1985 points. S&P 500 and NASDAQ also up 9.3%, the highest they've been since 2008. Now the major averages rebounding after the worst market crash since Black Monday. And LVCVA announcing work is still going on the second tunnel of Elon Musk's People Mover. The first tunnel already runs beneath the Las Vegas Convention Center. When the latest tunnel is complete, it's going to create a loop. This is the second of 2 tunnels that will make up the Convention Center loop. The project is expected to be completed in January of next year. It's going to transport up to 4,400 people per hour. Concerns for seniors amid the coronavirus, what caretakers are doing to help alleviate their stress. And speaking of alleviating stress, how One Valley Dispensary is helping you get pot without leaving your house. All right, taking a live look outside with our downtown Summerlin camera. Look at those clouds hanging over the horizon. It's beautiful. Got some wind out there this morning. All right, we'll check in with Les Curviton soon for a closer look at your forecast. For now, we're going to talk about some concerns for seniors amid the coronavirus outbreak. Experts say that socialization is important even though they're staying at home. Well, Fox 5's Enzo Marino shows us what caregivers can keep in mind.
People who are taking care of their aging mother or father or sibling are being forced to make a decision. Either keep them in the adult daycare center while they go to work and risk them getting an infection of coronavirus, or pulling them out and that causing depression from social isolation. Experts say if that happens, it can make them deteriorate very quickly.
Going to a home, that's the last thing that we want to do. You know, we want her to live a life with us.
Dennis Jones Jr. is a home caregiver to his mother-in-law, Joyce.
She normally do chicken nuggets and cucumbers on Friday. But I said, you might want something a little bit more heavier, so this is turkey and dressing.
Taking care of her at home without help isn't easy.
Lift her up and everything. I have my little weight belt here that I use to put on, you know, to keep me strapped, because if I go down, we all gonna go down.
Jones and his wife recently made the decision to take Joyce out of the adult daycare center she was going to over fear of the coronavirus.
It attacks the older generation, you know what I'm saying? And Joyce is diabetic.
But experts say isolating people like Joyce can lead to depression, which can be worse than the virus itself.
They fold into themselves. They stop communicating with people, and that depression turns into not just not eating and drinking, but loss of connection to life.
Jones is able to stay home with Joyce full time to make sure that doesn't happen.
When people give up life, they decline fairly rapidly.
So Jones makes sure to stimulate her mind.
What, Joyce? 73 or 74?
76.
76? Man, I gave you a couple of extra years, young. Oh, my goodness, 76, Joyce, really?
Her favorite topic, football.
She loves football, the Steelers. Isn't that your favorite team, Joyce?
Yeah.
See how her voice just kind of like lifted up?
And the city of Las Vegas announcing today that it will close 5 senior centers after the president announced the national state of emergency. The city said it's doing it to make sure the city's most vulnerable people are safe. I'm Enzo Marino, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
As more and more people avoid crowds, delivery services are seeing a spike in business, including this Valley dispensary. Employees at Thrive Cannabis Marketplace say they haven't necessarily seen a significant uptick in profits, but they have been getting a higher volume of delivery requests. Right now, sanitation is the highest priority to ensure customer safety.
When the community struggles, Thrive is aware that we all struggle, and we're looking to ensure that our customers and patients still have safe access to high quality cannabis, or even during times like this.
Right now, they only have 2 delivery employees, but are looking to expand their service to reach more customers during this time. They also told us that many of their clients are specifically seeking relief through cannabis products to cope with coronavirus anxiety.
Now, Fox 5 weather 24/7.
All right, and welcome to your Saturday morning. Now, this is a nice shot that we could just sort of enjoy and look at with a cup of coffee and see just what a beautiful local mountains we have here. This is a look at the Spring Mountains from our StratCam on this Saturday morning. Our temperature is 52 degrees. The wind is from the south at 10 miles per hour. Our humidity is at 69% for you right now. Let's see what's going on elsewhere. This is a shot from our Fox 5 Skycam, and this is exactly what it looked like yesterday afternoon as the clouds started to clear. Let's put this into motion as we show you how the evening progressed and how we brought in Saturday morning for you with nice clearer skies, but we're going to see increasing cloud through the course of the day today here in Las Vegas. We're looking at the satellite radar loop right now. We have a long wave trough here. That is having an impact. It's going to be delivering us some stronger wind coming in in from the south and southwest for the better part of the day today. Also, we'll see more cloud drifting into the valley. So today we're going to get a mix of sun and cloud, windy conditions. Strongest winds going to be in and around the Lake Mead area as well as our local mountains. We're going to get those wind gusts here in the valley at around 23 miles per hour. Now tonight, more cloud. We've got that frontal boundary and a low pressure system coming down from the Pacific Northwest. And guess what it's going to do to us? More rain. Yeah, it's coming in as early as Tuesday, but between now and then, you're going to see still some sunshine with some cloud. You're going to have more sunshine on Sunday. Now, Monday rolls around. We're going to bring the increasing cloud into the picture. And now here comes that frontal boundary and the colder temperatures. This is a real good cold low. We're going to see our daytime highs drop a good 10 to 15 degrees as we head on into the middle of the week. By Tuesday, we're going to be seeing the rain showers coming back to the Las Vegas Valley. And here's a look at what one of our computer models are suggesting. We could see upwards of another 3/10 of an inch of rain by the time the system pulls out of here, and that will be by Thursday afternoon. Here are the highs today around southern Nevada. We start off with Indian Springs at 63, Pahrump 61 degrees, 45 at Mount Charleston, Boulder City 65, Kingman 59 degrees, in Henderson 66, and at Nellis 65 degrees. Our 7-day forecast, 67 for today in Las Vegas. We bump it up by a few degrees for Sunday, 69. We'll see the wind sort of diminishing this evening, and then they'll pick back up tomorrow as well. And then heading on into Tuesday, 63 degrees, 57 on Wednesday. As you can see, it's going to be a cooler day by a good 10 to 12 degrees. By that time, we should be up around 70 degrees for this time of the year. We'll start to move the numbers back up on Thursday at 60 degrees. Still the chance of some lingering showers, 63 for next Friday.
I mean, we'll definitely enjoy some of these cooler temperatures because we know that heat is coming. It's just right around the corner.
I'm liking it. I'm even liking the rain.
Yeah,
you know, it's
absolutely.
a nice change. It cleans up the atmosphere. You know, you get rid of a lot of the pollen and all the stuff that's just drifting up there, and it makes it nice to go out and try to exercise or take your dog for a walk or whatever the case may be, to spend time outdoors.
And good for all of us with allergies.
Yes, touche. You got it. You got it.
All right. So now, believe it or not, there are some concerts that are still a go here in the Valley.
Yeah, Post Malone at MGM Grand Garden Arena tonight at 8 o'clock. Tickets, they start at $250.
He's popular.
Like,
it's fantastic to be here. Hello! Yeah! Start dancing.
This is somebody who's more your speed. Hear less.
I was actually going to go to the concert on Wednesday night, but two things. I had to get up at that ungodly hour of 1:20 in the morning. So when the concert starts at 9, that doesn't bode well for you. Be real grumpy coming in. And secondly, you know, everybody all concerned about that coronavirus thing. So
yeah. Well, luckily, Billy Idol, he did cancel on Wednesday because he had a cold, but he's ready to rock tonight. He's not letting the virus stop him at the Pearl at the Palms. Showtime's at 9 o'clock. Tickets $37.
And that should be a great show. Hey, head on down to Laughlin for this concert. It features John Fogerty, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and Don Felder. Concert is tonight at 5 o'clock. It starts at 5, and the tickets, it's some pretty big names there, $55.
Low rider is a little higher, higher.
Les and I are dancing.
Yeah,
it's a great song.
Yeah.
Okay, War is at the Cannery. Concert is tonight at 8. Tickets are going to start just $29.95. That's a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thousands of people out of work after the NBA suspends the rest of their season.
How the league's star rookie is helping some of those people out. You'll be impressed.
want to thank Google. Google is helping to develop a website. It's going to be very quickly done, unlike websites of the past, to determine whether a test is warranted and to facilitate testing at a nearby convenient location. Google has 1,700 engineers working on this right now.
Well, good morning. Dylan Kendrick live at the Fox 5 update desk this morning. President Trump, as you just heard, they're announcing 1,700 engineers working on a website that will soon help screen those who feel they may have come in contact with coronavirus. Now, the president claiming the Google-owned company Verily is in the process of creating the website, which will then inform users if testing is needed. Now, stating the site would be very quickly done. However, Verily released a statement saying things may take longer than the president may have implied. Statement from Verily right here on your screen. We are developing a tool to help triage individuals for COVID-19 testing. Verily is in the early stages of development and planning to roll out testing in the Bay Area first, with the hope